All right, man, we got a game 7, and it feels right for this series. Where do I start with this game? Do you go to the OKC three-point shooting? Do you go to Julian Strother? Do we talk Jokic Murray? You know what? Let me start with the SGA double teams, or if not doubles, then almost doubles. And these are definitely going to pop up in Game 7. Yeah, I just felt like there were a lot of plays where the Thunder were not able to make the Nuggets pay for throwing extra bodies at SGA, whether it was missed threes. I'm remembering a Chet airball three, kind of late there. Now, Chet had a good game overall. I don't want to, say too much negative about him in this one, but man, I remember like SGA, he's doubled in one corner, and then it's 3 swing passes to J-Dub on the opposite corner, missed 3. You got like Caruso screening for SGA, and whoever was involved in the initial action, they're like kind of staying with SGA for a second, so he gets open on a drive, or on a roll, I should say, but then Gordon either blocks him or contests him at the rim. Of course, even with the game that Lou Dort just had, they're still going to leave him open. He was, 2 for 7 in this one. I remember one particular time where it was like Strother and Jokic, either one of them could have closed out to Lou Dort, and instead they just let him take it after SGA and Chet ran a 2-man action, which resulted in Chet driving like around the free throw line. But instead of just saying specific plays, I mean, look, they shot 11 for 40 from 3, and this is going to be a big thing in the Game 7. I mean, sure, I don't think you're going to see doubles in SGA the second the game begins, but it's been pretty consistent in this series, right around like fourth quarter especially. They're throwing 2 on SGA. Either it's a hard double or it's like we're going to shade towards you and maybe give ourselves enough time to like close out to, Chet or J-Dub or Caruso or Kaysen or whoever. Regardless, they are coming. And I did think there were some moments in this where I felt like SGA was just trying to push the pace really, really quickly, whether it was to get himself in a one-on-one or put Jokic in a screen action or whatever. We'll see with that stuff. J-Dub is also just going to have to make shots out of this. I mean, it's been a recurring thing in the series, or maybe recurring is the wrong word. Sometimes he looks awesome, sometimes he doesn't. Tonight he did not. I mean, he had 10 assists, you'll give him that, but obviously you got to shoot better than what he shot. And actually, speaking of J-Dub, before we go to the other side of the floor, there was a little stretch there in late third when I think SGA was out of the game, where it was like Jokic is dropping back on J-Dub screens, and it just felt like, whether it was like J-Dub missing a pull-up 2, or maybe Christian Brown gets around the screen to just not allow him to get a clean look over Jokic dropping back. Like, it was a more relaxed Nuggets defense for this little stretch, and the Thunder were just not able to really score on it. And I did feel like it wasn't perhaps the biggest moment of the game, but it did feel like a pretty important one nonetheless. Now, as I say that, the Thunder have been down at the beginning of many fourth quarters in the series, and they've come back, but still. So anyway, yeah, SGA is going to be seeing bodies, we know this. If we go to the other side of it, Julian Strother, man. This game has always been the vision for him. Just a shooter playing off of everything the Nuggets do. Jokic and Murray 2-man game, Jokic in the post, transition, cuts, whatever. It certainly does not happen all the time for him, and I mean, if he had even a similar game to this in Game 7, I would be very surprised. But hey, you need it for one game from your role players sometimes. I also did get a kick out of the few plays where the ball ended up in his hands, but there wasn't a clear shot, so he's like, how do I get back to Murray or Jokic as fast as possible? Christian Brown, I mean, it's open threes, it's attacks off the catch, it's being in the dunker spot to receive an amazing bullet pass from Jokic in the high post. And because I love to call out random screen actions, him and Jokic setting a double screen for Jamal Murray was what opened up one of those Julian Strother threes. And then as far as Jokic or Murray, I mean, listen, Jokic is going to be Jokic. I understand that him and SGA have had the occasional rough shooting game in this series, but we know what Jokic is going to do, and this one was more free throws. I did enjoy some inverted screen actions where it was Murray screening for Jokic, which led to one of his very few threes. It might have been his only 3. Actually, it was that pull-up. And then as far as Murray goes, he had his own nice inverted screen with Aaron Gordon, where it was Kaysen and Ihart involved in the action. Kaysen had to close back out like a madman on him. Murray just had a number of good things, man, Pull-up jumpers over Ihart, little pin-down action to get Caruso off balance, and then he's attacking off the catch or whatever. It was good stuff. As we go to this Game 7, I mean, it's just going to be every single theme that has been talked about in this series, at least by me, throughout it, between doubles and SGA, J-Dub scoring, sometimes in ISO, sometimes playing off of those SGA doubles. I mean, we got to remember, like, when they were really cooking, and one of the games earlier in this series, and I'm remembering plays where, like, J-Dub is one pass away on the wing, and they put Jokic in the screen action, so it's a quick flip to him, and then he can attack off the catch, stuff like that. And then there is going to be the constant pressure of how many extra bodies are you throwing at Jokic in the post, and it should be a good time. Is Jokic going to have to go into, I have to shoot the ball for the next 4 minutes for us to have a chance mode at some point where, Ihart's going to be all over him. The few minutes we get every game where Caruso ends up on Jokic are always an adventure, because Caruso, he's just a bulldog, man. And that is one thing I'm really intrigued by with Daigneault for this last game is, Because as the series has gone on, right, like in this one, Lou Dort had less minutes than Caruso. Case and Wallace had about the same minutes as Lou Dort. I want to say there was a stretch there in that fourth where they just had one big in the game. I mean, I remember nice little plays of like Caruso. I mean, he had a big steal on Murray there late, but Kaysen had a huge steal on Murray like in the first half when it appeared like OKC might have been pulling away before the Nuggets came back, and that was him just like staying glued to him on a screen action. We're going to get a Westbrook Game 7. We're going to get a whole bunch of Murray-Jokic pick and roll Game 7. It's going to be a good time, unless you're a fan of either one of these teams, in which case, well, one of you will enjoy it, but it'll be not fun in the process. The rest of us will have a great time. Anyway, that's it. Or actually, wait, one real quick thing just on the Warriors-Wolves series ending. This is your Warriors off-season content from me, at least right now. They need more dudes who can score. I understand that star player stuff will probably drive the biggest conversations with them, but, Cam Johnson, I think that'd be a nice pickup for him. Guy who can shoot, move around off ball and stuff. But trades are hard now with CBA and everything. That's all I got. Congrats to the Wolves. A better center would be nice too.